Hello and welcome back to the channel. With me as always is Mr. Moloto and Clayton Lopez, and we will be discussing, gentlemen, the Chelsea match preview. Obviously, Manchester United going in ahead of this game, we have beaten PSG, we have beaten Newcastle. 2 games that I said are very big games. We somehow managed to win both of them, but I wouldn't say Oles off the hook yet. There's still Chelsea, there's still Leipzig, there's still Arsenal, there's still Everton. There's big games still to come in this deathly run. And I stand by it. I think Ole has done very well against Newcastle. I think he's done exceptionally well. I think 10 out of 10 masterclass performance against PSG. But I reserve my full and proper final judgment till after it's around. As always, we know how it is. But if there's, I was just telling Clayton now off here, and anyone who knows me, if there's 2 games in a calendar year for Manchester United, I want United to go out and win. It's always against Chelsea, and it's always against Liverpool. Those are the 2 games that I always want us to smack them. Obviously, we know what happened last time we played Chelsea. They smacked us in the FA Cup. Horrible performance from the boys. But yeah, gentlemen, let's get straight into it. Moloto, what are your initial thoughts going up against Chelsea?
No, I'm feeling good. I think there's a lot of good vibes at the club right now. We're going in after a really, really good win against Newcastle. Tactically, everything was perfect. Win against did I say Newcastle? Jeez, my life. A win against PSG and against Newcastle. But yeah, it's all looking rosy at the moment. And now we're going up against Chelsea. And it's never an easy game, Funny stat, they've beaten us the most out of any club in the Premier League. Just to bring that up. But last season, yes, we lose to them in the FA Cup, but we smacked them in every other competition. So I think if we play our cards right, we win this game. I feel like it's the type of game that we tend to win because of how they play and how we play. And yeah, I'm not going to reserve all my judgment for this game. I think I want to see how we go through this run. And let's say after Everton, if we win a good place, I'll be really, really happy. But it'll be a brilliant game to win against top 4 rival. So I'm excited.
Yeah, can definitely agree. This Chelsea game is a big game against PSG. Quite convincingly, I may admit. It gives us a lot of hope for what is to come against these big teams that we're coming up against now. So let's see what we can pull off against Chelsea. I'm feeling somewhat confident, but I know United, that's always how they get you. So I don't know if that confidence is misplaced. I don't know if we're about to just fall off a cliff again, but I'm hoping that the going stays good for a while and we can keep this run going.
Yeah, that's the thing about United, really. You can never be completely confident because it's so up and down. So, yeah, I think in this game, it will probably be down to how we defend because defensively, Chelsea have nothing. So we will score. But whether we can hold them out is a different question. I feel like they'll be better on the ball than PSG, as crazy as that sounds. And they'll bring a different kind of challenge for our defense.
I was actually going to say, because like I always say, you two are low-key secret Chelsea fans. I say that out of banter purposes, but you guys definitely rate Chelsea a lot higher than me. I just completely disrespect them. I hate them. I honestly do. I dislike Chelsea with a passion. And obviously, but you guys love them, right? And I think you guys would give a more unbiased approach to what I would say about Chelsea. But yeah, let's get both of your thoughts on obviously the new firepowers: Timo Werner, Kai Havertz, Ziyech, Pulisic. Just the whole Chilwell, Thiago Silva, Mendy. Just it's a lot different Chelsea team than what we played last season. So do you think that just the firepower and that them will just be evidently too much? And what threat basically does this new Chelsea team possess? And both of you can give your thoughts on it.
The problem with Chelsea is that they didn't fix the problem, or they tried, but it hasn't really come together. So yeah, they have the firepower. They can be motivated because it is Manchester United they're facing, and yeah, they can get something out of the game. But I don't know if I can confidently say they're coming in as favourites and they'll win this game because defensively they're still in shambles. And because of that same problem last season in this game, we smacked them 4-0. So I don't see that happening again because they've been under a Lampard for a while and they kind of have an idea of his style. So I don't see us thrashing them. But I do think on paper, we do look the most likely to win this game. So I'm not scared. I'll be lying. I'm not scared. I'll be lying if I said I'm scared. But because it's Chelsea, you just never know.
Yeah, that's also a very fair point. But I do think Chelsea have started making progress towards fixing their defensive frailties, and that comes purely off the signs of Thiago Silva and Mendy. That alone makes the defense a lot stronger, and that's something they lacked over the weekend where they conceded 3 goals. They lacked exactly what was wrong there. So them conceding 3 is not going to happen every week, especially when it came down to goalkeeping mistakes, which I think were at least 2 of the goals were Kepa's fault, like almost entirely just Kepa's fault. So
yeah,
Southampton
basically
should have
the
been
guy walked the ball in. It's like exactly what he did last weekend.
He somehow phased through a ball that he was supposed to catch. That's basically what Kepa did. He is very much a non-existent entity for Chelsea. When Mendy's playing, that's when I worry about this Chelsea defense, because then they have a keeper they can rely on. And he played against Sevilla, so it seems like he's going to be fit to play against United. That's my only worry with this Chelsea game. If Kepa was in goal, I would say United trash at this point. It would be like a 5-3 spectacle, because nobody has a good defense in this game. And it would be fantastic. But with Mendy in goal, I think that just lowers the scoreline and makes it a lot more competitive. And I think we have to take this challenge very seriously. I think we may have a decent idea on how they want to play. And I think Ole may be able to use this giant tactical brain that he pulled out of nowhere in his advantage now. And let's see if we can move forward right now. Because their firepower is insane, but so is ours.
Yeah.
Where do you have...
Yeah.
I think our defense is going to be tested more because I feel like PSG will try to be very precise because they have the players to do that and try to play fancy triangles and hold the ball. I don't think Chelsea will do that. They're going to be very direct, they're going to be very quick, and it's something our backline has struggled with. And I don't know if playing the back 5 maybe is an option without Maguire. I don't know. I always get scared when we play the back 5 that we might sink too deep if the other team completely dominates the midfield battle. So that's an option. But I'd also like to see the diamonds because we saw it work so well towards the end of the PSG game and see how that goes.
I was going to say this could be a perfect game because Morocco always says how we're such good at counter-attacking team. I feel like Chelsea will want to hold the ball more. I think they will want to attack us more. And I think it'll suit United's hand just to play something back 5 or play into a counter-attack ways. But the only reason that I wouldn't suggest the back 5 for this game is only because when we played the back 5 in the FA Cup, Frank Lampard clearly learned how to school that tactic and that formation. So I'm a bit concerned because we did drastically lose the midfield battle last time we played back 5 against Chelsea. So that's my only concern. But otherwise, obviously back 5 against PSG played brilliantly. Then when we played the diamond again, brilliantly, And quickly before we get onto those things, I would like just to add some bit of fun to the show, and for the Chelsea fans to watch our show as well. That I want to do a combined 11 of Manchester United versus Chelsea, right?
Okay.
We play 4-3-3, just a standard 4-3-3. Starting goalkeeper, usually I would say it's close, but David there surely just walks in easy.
Yeah. We can go to the next position. Let's just go to the next position.
I mean, right back also, I think, there's no competition there. It's Aaron Wan-Bissaka as well.
Yeah.
Yep. So that's 2 out of 11 so far. Now the centre back pairings is very weird because for me personally, I put Tuanzebe and probably Rudiger or Zuma, to be honest.
Clayton, what do you say?
Yeah, I think something similar to Shoni for sure. I think probably like a Zuma goes in and probably a Tuanzebe because he's probably our best defender on paper right now.
I think there's just shit defenders all around here, to be honest. Maybe Tuanzebe is a good defender, but he hasn't played much, and that's a problem there. So, yeah, I feel like I'm picking from a pool that's not of the highest standard. But if I had to play, if I had to play anyone on the roster, I'll go with Zuma and Bailly, as insane as that sounds.
Yeah, personally, I just love Tuanzebe. I think all his nicknames is getting Twan Dijk, Twandini, Twanzibale, all these weird nicknames. Because I mean, the kid hasn't played. He played against PSG and he completely pocketed, arguably the best front 3 in world of football. Mbappe, Neymar, and Di Maria. When you do that, and you haven't played for a year, and the man says, "Nah, it was good to get the run out."
Fair.
Huh? Good to get a run out. This guy's mentality, you know. I know
Yeah.
it could be a little bit, you know, pushing it over the edge. I'm pretty sure lots of Chelsea fans wouldn't agree with it, but you got to get Tanzania in that team. And
I think it's
Maguire,
1-1
can't be
at the
asked.
very least.
Yeah,
I think
it's
it's
1-1.
1-1.
And Maguire can't be asked. You know, Lindelof also can't be asked. Pai can't be asked because he's always injured. So, yeah, Tanzania for me. And I would probably take Zuma at the moment on form. I'll probably take Zuma. So yeah. So Chelsea get one defender. Left back. Oh,
lot of debate here.
listen,
A lot of debate here.
Chilwell, Telles, or Luke Shaw. Personally, no, you're not. Yeah, I'm sticking with Luke Shaw, to be honest. I think Luke Shaw is the balance between Chilwell and Telles. You know, his attacking isn't as great as Chilwell and Telles, but you know, defensively he's solid. And I think when defense can be such a key game like this, probably Luke Shaw gets in. But on form, I think Chilwell will nick it because obviously he's got quite a few assists now, and he's got a goal. So yeah, I wouldn't be opposed to putting Chilwell in the team, to be honest.
Look, at Leicester, I was the Chilwell's overrated. I won't lie, but he came to Chelsea now, and he looks like he's really good going forward. But I don't think I've seen enough of him, so I'm gonna go with what I know, and what I know is Luke Shaw. And Luke Shaw, I know what he does going forward, and I think it's good enough. I know defensively he's spot on, so yeah, I think he's the best of the lot.
Well, I am going to go a bit left field, and I'm going to say Telles, in all honesty. I think Telles is probably the best left back that both the clubs have to offer, just overall. I think Luke Shaw is the very balanced option. I think we're going to need the Telles to actually break through this Chelsea side for sure.
So
The thing is, I feel like I don't know much about Telles defensively as well, because I didn't watch him in Porto, and I haven't seen him in a United shirt do that. He was playing more as a left wing back against PSG, so I just wondered.
Yeah. Well, so there we go. So I think we all agree that one Chelsea player so far in the defensive back five gets in, and that's probably one centre back, you know. But we are United fans, so you know, don't kill us if you're Chelsea.
It makes sense though. It makes sense.
It does make sense.
Both clubs have been bad defensively, but then I don't know. I feel like Chelsea have been worse.
No, yeah, I think I also select Chelsea. It's ridiculous. Now the midfield is very interesting. Let's not try go for maybe a balanced midfield. You know, let's just go on paper, the best midfield you could pick. And you know, on paper, I would probably say Bruno, Pogba, Kai Havertz. That's honestly the best midfield, I think.
Jeez, my life.
But if you wanted a balanced midfield, probably I'd pick Kante, Bruno, and Havertz. No, Van. No, I didn't mean Havertz. Sorry, I meant Pogba. Obviously, Pogba.
Okay, there we go. I was about to say.
Van Havertz. No,
what is based on?
What
is really? Is it down to me what it's based on, or do you?
I said, do it. Oh, I don't know. I think the best way to do it is
best midfield on paper.
Yeah,
on paper.
Best midfield on paper.
Go for it.
Okay.
You have all that selection. You're allowed to pick 3 of those midfielders from the same squads. Who are you picking for your team? That's basically what it comes down to. And obviously, I pick Bruno, Havertz, and Pogba. If on a fairy tale world, yeah.
On paper, Kante, Bruno, and Pogba.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go with the same thing, in all honesty. I think it's a Kante, Pogba, Bruno for sure. I think that's the best midfield we could get out of these teams, and that's one of the best midfield 3 in the world, in all honesty.
The daily front.
I just want to ask that, on form, what would you put in there?
On form, Bruno has to walk in there.
I
think Bruno walks in there. On form, I think Fred walks in there if you do it on form. So I think Bruno, Fred, and maybe Havertz he hasn't even been the greatest, but probably Donny then. If you did it on form, it's very weird for me. I don't see any Chelsea midfield again.
Well,
you know what? I'm probably disrespecting Mount. I wouldn't mind Mount as well. So, yeah.
I mean, Havertz has assisted and scored, has he not?
Yeah, so Bruno
I think
has
it's
done
coming
that.
Yeah, obviously
Fred has locked down every midfield.
Jorginho, guys. Jorginho, come on.
Jorginho, but he can get lost. Also, yeah, he can also get lost.
For me, I say Matic, Havertz, and Bruno.
Based on form, I think the best midfield 3 would definitely be Bruno. Fred may come in there, but I'm not entirely sure about that. But it's definitely going to have to be I think it's going to have to be the Chelsea midfield, in all honesty. I think they've been very strong so far. So the Conte, Jorginho, in all honesty, will form.
Oh, yeah, it's really interesting. But on paper, ain't no ways I'm not taking Pogba, Bruno, and Havertz. That's the midfield. Yeah. There's no balance, no defensive, just vibes, attacking vibes. That's what it is. That midfield. If you have Pogba, Havertz, and Bruno, oh my god, there is no.
Mine is balance, okay? Mine could win the Premier League.
Mine could as well. It's just we might not keep as many clean sheets. Might just keep goals for fun. But we'll score a hell of a lot. We'll score a hell of a lot. Now the front three, I think this is where Chelsea definitely pull, because for my front three, it'll definitely probably be Ziyech, Werner, because Martial's obviously suspended, and Rashford. Yeah, I think that's a fair front three.
This is hard, gents. This is hard.
I would put Martial in if he wasn't suspended. I would. But yeah, why not?
Is Ziyech that much better than Greenwood?
Yes.
Yes. As a winger.
Fully.
Yes.
I think fully.
As a goal scorer, no bloody chance in hell. But as a winger, he is better than Greenwood.
Yep.
Okay, I love my goal scorer. So effort. Greenwood, Werner, and Rashford.
My God, there's so much selfishness that's going on in that front.
Yeah,
they're getting no goals. That front, they're getting no goals.
Ziyech is going to be that playmaker for sure. And I think as soon as he hits form for Chelsea, we're all going to be sitting here.
No, you
He
are
is a
sitting
player.
I love up their asses.
No, I respect that.
Horrible players. And I just fuck Chelsea.
I respect that this man's done at Ajax. I love him so much. I want to
let's
see him thrive.
a little bias to Greenwood.
Yeah,
No,
just
yeah.
a little, eh? Yeah. I think the competition for right wing is either Pulisic or Ziyech, in all honesty.
Yeah,
I don't think Greenwood makes it.
If we're Jadon Sancho, though.
Yeah, Jadon Sancho. That's not. Case closed. That's not. But again, like you said, Martial's out. That has to be Werner, unfortunately. I like him.
Unfortunately, because I can guarantee you now, if Martial was still fit, both of you would have said Werner, and I would have said Martial. I know you Chelsea fans underneath.
Nah, fam, don't worry. I respect Martial way too much for that. And then on the left, I think it has to be down to Rashi. I don't think anybody else could compete that spot right now.
To be fair, Cavani at his best walks into this front line. Yeah. He strolls into it. Yeah. He strolls into it.
I've never liked Cavani, so hands up.
Yeah, I've never liked Cavani, so you won't even make my bench for the strikers, because then I'll put Greenwood in. I think Cavani's our third best striker. Yeah. I think Martial's our best striker. Then it's Greenwood. Then it's Cavani. That's how I just see it, But yeah, interesting predicted 11. Not really many Chelsea players in it if you look at it like that, Obviously, I think for Chelsea fans would argue definitely Chilwell. They'll definitely outgoal. They'll get a centre back in. They will put Werner. They will put Ziyech. They will put Havertz. So that's 5. They probably would argue Pulisic over Rashford on the day. So it's very even if you ask the Chelsea fan. If you ask us, obviously, and the way we did it, there's not many. There's Havertz that we said, there's a centre back that they'll get Ziyech and Werner. So it's 4. So it's quite close. It's quite close if you have to do a blended team.
Yeah, look, if Pulisic wasn't so injury prone, for me, he was walking in. But then I can't put him in, and I think Rashford gets so many numbers, so it just has to be Rashford.
Yeah.
I mean, I couldn't agree more with that. So yeah, I mean that's very interesting. If you are a Chelsea fan, I do know of Chelsea fans that watch the show. So let us know if you think it's fair. Let us know your combined 11. Don't be stupid. Don't put a full Chelsea lineup. Otherwise, I will smack you through the screen. I will smack you through. Okay, but anyways, we move on, to our lineup, our actual lineup. Guys, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, he played a back 5, then moved to diamond against PSG. He played 4-2-3-1 against Newcastle, did amazingly well. What is Ole going to play against Chelsea?
I want him to play the diamond. I don't think he will. I think we're going to see the back 5. Yeah, I think we're going to see the back 5.
I think he's just going to stick to what he's comfortable with in the league, in all honesty. If he changes, good for him, but I think we'll just see a 4-2-3-1 again.
Very interesting. Now, I agree with Moloto. I want to see the diamond. I do want to see the diamond. But that's only because the back five, last time we played Chelsea, I think Lampard kind of figured it out. And I think that if all he does go on the back five, I wouldn't be surprised if Lampard's new team, especially his new team, walk their way through our back five, because I do say that Neymar and Mbappe and Di Maria were amazing, and we dealt with them with the back five. So it can definitely work, because that's probably the front three. I don't rate Werner that much. I don't rate Ziyech yet that much. I do rate him as soon as he gets matched up and things start clicking. Havertz, he's been hit and miss for me lately. Werner he fired 2 goals last week, so we'll be looking to prove a point. Definitely, certainly. I'm not trying to disrespect Chelsea players. It's just that I'm disrespecting them when I compare them to the likes of Neymar, likes of Mbappe, likes of Maria. You can't beat that front three. And the evidence shows that clearly our team dealt with them, like we pocketed them. The best front threes in the world got pocketed by Axel Tuanzebe and Wan-Bissaka. So that's just how it is. And they also had an amazing performance.
Yeah.
So let's get into our predicted lineups. I predict he'll go with the diamond. Actually, I'm predicting a diamond, to be honest. So I'll say my predicted lineup is a diamond. Loto, what are you formation you're gonna go?
I'll go with the back five. Let me just go with my guys.
And Clayton's going 4-2-3-1, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I'll stick with classic.
Yeah, so classic, back five, diamond. Again, this is the second week in a row now where we've said all 3 formations.
We have no clue.
We have no clue. But we're covering all of the bases. We're covering all 3 formations that Ollie's known to play, and we'll cover it. So, right, goalkeeper.
At least he's consistent. He said diamond last time as well.
Yeah. I just feel like the diamond works. It works, well, especially with our new midfield. So yeah, let's start goalkeeper, gents. David there, no argument really.
No argument. Yeah.
Yep.
A small part of me was disappointed that Dean Henderson didn't play in the Champions League, but then they have played really well, so I can't complain.
Yeah.
I
mean,
they have like 5 fantastic
series so far.
He was fantastic.
Yeah. Right back also, it's late for anyone who wants to walk in. It's Aaron Wan-Bissaka without a doubt. I think no one.
Yep.
Well, right wing back for Moloto, but right back for us. Then the centre back pairing. We'll just say our 2 centre back plays, and then Moloto can say his 3. Now, I don't care if he's fit. I don't care he's the captain. Don't play.
We all know he's gonna play. We all know he's gonna play.
He absolutely doesn't deserve it. And the thing like this,
he does. He's gonna
you
play.
You cannot drop Lindelof, Tuanzebe, or even if you want to play Luke Shaw at centre back after they played that amazing against PSG. It is idiotic to do that. It is actually idiotic. I understand it, but in my head it sounds very idiotic too. So Tuanzebe is fit at the moment. He had an amazing game. Keep him in the team. So my centre back pairing is Tuanzebe, and probably I'm gonna shock a lot of people, but I would actually play Luke Shaw left side centre back. So yeah.
Yeah, no. In a fantasy world where I'm the manager, it's definitely Tuanzebe, Luke Shaw, and Lindelof. But it's not gonna be that. It's not gonna be that. Tuanzebe's not gonna play. He's gonna be on the bench.
I have hope. I also know it's not gonna be that, but I need hope in my life.
Yeah.
It's too early to the weekend to get depressed.
It's gonna be the OG back three when you play the back five. It's gonna be Lindelof, Maguire, and Shaw.
You know what Werner will do to Maguire?
He'll spin him in 5 circles before Maguire even realizes behind him.
That's why we were so good defensively also against PSG. Did you see the recovery pace? It was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Exactly. Now you bring Maguire into that team and he's not even the captain. It's horrible.
Yeah, they could definitely see. But I think I've got this, okay, Shoni. I think I know Ollie's plan now with our centre backs. It seems as soon as one hits form, the other gets dropped, and Maguire's always there. So it's Maguire and Tuanzebe. It's Maguire and Tuanzebe.
That's probably the
Really?
Yeah, and Tuanzebe.
I think that Ollie's done this week in, week out now. By hit form, plays. Falls out of form, Lindelof right back in immediately. That's literally what he's done. Tuanzebe's now fit.
I don't know. I feel like you really trust Lindelof and Maguire. It's always his go-to. I think if we're gonna play 2, I see those 2 playing.
If we play those 2, we're losing. I'm telling you now, we're gonna lose.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm telling you now, we will lose that game if we play those 2. Because Ziyech,
I think it
Werner,
depends how.
Havertz,
Always
against those two, it is late. It is
Yeah.
late. Swanzebe, Luke Shaw, and Lindelof dealt with one of the best front threes in the world. I can trust them. I can trust them against anyone now. At least for the next game, judging on that performance, I would trust them. I don't trust Maguire. I don't care. Even the Newcastle game, man, I still don't trust him. I just don't trust Maguire. And I barely trust Lindelof as well. That's why who can I trust? I can trust Axel. Definitely, when Axel's fit, clearly, even if he doesn't have to play for a year, I can still trust him. As long as he's fit, he's playing. So, yeah.
Look, I feel like it depends on how we set up. If they play in the 2 and they're protected, I think we can get something out of it. But I can't guarantee we'll be amazing and get the win.
I'll cry. If I see Maguire and Lindelof, I'm crying on the weekend. I'm crying. Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying it can't work, but I think he's definitely putting us under risk of getting smashed. Because I don't see it going well. It makes no sense. And then obviously left back for us, Clay, and then left wing back. Now Clayton hasn't said a left back yet, Because I said Luke Shaw gets my team. Obviously, Alex Telles is naturally my left back. I'm pretty sure Alex Telles is naturally Moloto's left wing back. But Clayton, you haven't chose one of them. And I said last week, this is a bad problem, well, a good problem to have, but it's really difficult for Oli Gunnarsson. So you, Oli, who are you picking? Who do you think Oli will pick?
It's hard to get into the mind of someone so just enigmatic, I guess, is the word to describe him. Nobody understands what this man thinks. You can easily see Shaw. You can even see Brandon Williams turn up. That's the crazy thing. You can literally even see him.
No way.
That's the crazy part about Oli. We can see something like that. But I feel Tellers for sure, though. I think I see Tellers.
So you think you would drop Luke Shaw if he played with like these back two?
Yeah,
well, he's made
so.
back. That's
I don't know. I feel like Oli's loyal, and he will stick with Shaw until he
I
gives
think he's
him
very
good
loyal.
reason-
His favorite player.
good reason not to play.
Yeah.
You know how you can do. I wouldn't be surprised with any of our left backs, in all honesty.
But they both deserve it, though, to be fair. I wouldn't be mad at either of them starting. Like I said, they're both in fantastic form, and I just think
with Maguire,
Taylor's going forward is ridiculous.
I think with Maguire, he's going to need that defensive support of Shaw. But
that's
that's a big issue. I'd love to see some more Tellers, though, because it's actually going to be attacking fullback versus attacking fullbacks. And I think that's going to be a lovely battle to watch.
I think, you know what I will say, though? We'll get there, but I think if Cavani plays, you have to play Tellers.
100%.
Yeah. If he wants to start Cavani, but we'll get there. Obviously, we'll go into the midfield now. Well, I got a diamond midfield. I can pick whoever I want, that's for sure.
You pick everyone, you mean?
I pick everyone. I'm picking definitely Fred. Definitely number one. Fred. Ooh, it's tricky. You know what? I'm going to stick with it. I'm going to say Fred, McTominay, Bruno Fernandes, obviously, you can't drop him, and Paul Pogba, child the bench, Donny van de Beek.
Ooh.
Yeah, just disclaimer, I would never pick this midfield that I'm about to say, especially with the two behind Bruno. But I'm trying to get into Ole's head, so I
Even
think
though,
it's
I
going
will
to
say,
be...
before you go quickly, now that I'm thinking about it, I would love Matic and Fred to play instead of McTominay.
Yeah.
I'd love Matic to play every game, to be honest. But clearly not happening right now. So I'm going to go with Fred, McTominay, and Bruno.
Oh. It worked on the weekend. I mean, during the week, but
Yeah.
It's McTominay that just doesn't sit well.
Yeah. So ideally, what I would like to see would be Bruno in the 10, obviously, as we've seen countless times throughout our history.
You can't drop.
Yeah, exactly. You can't drop him. He's been way too good. And I think we're going to need to see... I think a Fred and a Pogba sounds like our best midfield right now, on
I feel
paper.
like, yeah.
But what Ollie's going to pick... I think Pogba gets dropped in that system, and we could maybe see Matic, Fred, and Bruno.
Yeah.
I think that's what we could really.
I think, I would love to see Matic and Fred. But I think for some reason in my heart, it just, he loves McTominay.
Yeah.
And even made, he even said, McTominay was half blind for the PSG game. So it wouldn't be surprising if he does play McTominay.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Ollie loves McTominay, so we do know that.
Yeah.
In fact, don't be surprised if you don't see Fred starting, but McTominay starts and probably McTominay and Matic. That could be something. That could be a possibility. I don't think that will work, but because I think Fred really is like.
That's a big yikes. That's a big yikes.
Fred can be Kante in his prime. That's what Fred could be. On his day, Fred is like that. I do. Like if you have to watch that PSG game, you will see Kante. You don't think it's Fred. You will see Kante. Prime Kante, you'll see that game. That's exactly what you see. Now, obviously, I've got a front two basically. I don't have like you guys, but my front two will be Rashford and Mason Greenwood. That has to be it. And I think because I'm playing Luke Shaw and Tellers, I do understand Cavani, but I think Cavani hasn't played in so long. Chuck him into a game like this, it's a very big risk. I wouldn't put it past Oli to do it, but with the things happening with Greenwood off the field, the shenanigans he's been up to, I wouldn't be surprised if he does something like that. But for me, you have to play Greenwood and Rashford. I think that could be amazing. So yeah, that's what I would go with.
I think I also have two up front though, not three.
Sorry, 5. Yeah.
So yeah, if Cavani was miraculously fit and able to play, definitely I'll play him because I want to see him play. You think so?
I think he's hurt.
I don't know. I'm not.
No, he is fit, but I think he starts on the bench. I wouldn't want to start him.
Yeah,
you might play on the bench. What Oles does, I think there's two options, and one of them scares the crap out of me. The one that scares the crap out of me is Rashford and James. I can see that.
I knew it.
I can see that. Because I think you want to use James's pace on the counter. So I'm going to pray to God that we don't see that. And the one I'd like to see would be Greenwood and Rashford. So I'm going to give all the benefit of the doubt and go for Greenwood and Rashford.
Yeah, I have to give the doubt. Otherwise, I'll be crying before we play Chelsea. If I believe Rashford and James are starting.
Yeah, exactly.
There's no football IQ between any of them.
Yeah.
It's so tough, only for the reason of the off-field shenanigans Greenwood's been up to. That's the only reason that he makes this difficult, because we don't know where he sits in Ollie's head right now. Because I think if he is cleared in Ollie's head, like you've taken your break, you've been out of this, you can play now. I think we could see him start at either right wing or striker, in all honesty, in the normals. And I wouldn't be surprised if we saw that whatsoever. But I think Rash is guaranteed. I think we're all pretty set in stone. Rash is going to start no matter what the system is.
Yeah.
I really see Cavani playing this game. That's the big thing as well. I really see Cavani starting.
Then you're right, here we
go. Controversial as it is, I think I want to see Mata.
Yeah, I was going to literally say, if I was playing Clayton's system, I would say Rashford, Greenwood. I still wouldn't start Cavani. Rashford, Greenwood, and probably Mata or Donny van de Beek on the right. Personally, Donny, but I don't mind Mata starting if we play Clayton's as well. So.
Yeah, I think if we play the standard formation, I would like Greenwood up top, ideally.
Yeah.
But I think since Cavani's fit, Ali's going to be like, okay, go. We're going to rely on you. Greenwood, get out of my squad. I think that's still where he's at right now, but I'm not entirely sure what's going on. So I think Cavani and Mata. I think we're just going to play for that target man kind of presence, and we're going to see.
It could work though. Now that I'm thinking, how badly Chelsea's defense is. If we just have to whip in balls the whole day and hope Cavani hits one of them home, it could very much.
Amazing whippers. We have amazing.
I'll be very excited if Cavani starts. Very excited.
Well, it depends on the players around. Yeah.
If we had like Cavani with Wan-Bissaka and Luke Shaw, we ain't getting no balls in the box.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, and especially with Dan James on the wing, Greenwood and Rashford, then we're getting no balls in the box.
Yeah, exactly. It completely depends on the personnel.
I don't know, guys. Cavani's not Lukaku. That's all I'm saying. I feel like there's way more to him than just crossing the
Lukaku fashion is so much better.
Yeah.
I think Lukaku's a better footballer in all honesty.
Yeah, I think he's a way better footballer than Cavani. Way better. I would never want Cavani.
No one can do that.
I would play. I'll take Lukaku ahead of him.
Maybe Cavani enough.
I'll take 40-year-old Zlatan now over Cavani.
Nah.
Cavani can mice. He's nowhere near on my striker list as a target.
I haven't watched Cavani enough in the last few months or years where he's been injury prone a lot, but The Cavani I know creates his own goals. The Cavani I know is a top striker. So we just have to wait and see.
Your club's name on Mbappe around you. That's all I'm gonna say. But hey,
Di Maria, Verratti, who else you want?
what more can he do?
Farmers League.
Farmers League, yeah.
This is even to
See what happened when Thiago Silva came to Chelsea, but eaten
He
alive.
got destroyed his first game. His debut was disastrous. So
Man got the captain's armband removed at halftime. That's how bad his performance is. And it's the funniest thing ever because I remember Mbappe putting out the tweet saying Farmers League when City lost. But then someone quoted, the United fan quoted it and said, yes, it is a Farmers League. Lol, because we smacked them. And that you know, sometimes it is what it is, you know. But yeah, Cavani, I don't rate him that much. I rate he's got goals in him. Yeah, I rate he's got goals in him. I don't rate him more than Lukaku though. I think if we were looking for a player that you should have kept Lukaku. If you wanted to get the man like that, you got in my two heads. You had to get Oli Haaland. Oli wanted Haaland. You had to get him that or Dominic Calvert-Lewin. That is a perfect target at the moment. Wins everything in the air, creates his own goals. Calvert-Lewin is fantastic.
Look. Yeah, maybe Cavani now. But Cavani in his best, I feel like Lukaku
But
doesn't.
we don't have him in his best.
Doesn't touch him.
We're gonna finish Cavani.
I don't know. I feel like we don't know
Lukaku's
what we're
best
getting.
10 times
Like-
better Cavani is at his best, in all honesty. Lukaku at his
What?
best is one of the best strikers in the world.
Okay, I'm leaving this call now. I'm leaving this call. No way. We just I disagree.
I think it's very close. I don't know.
Lukaku at
Prime
his best
Cavani and Prime Lukaku. I think they're
Yeah.
very similar.
I
I don't
think Lukaku's.
I think now, the now Lukaku and the now Cavani.
Like,
is
even
dealing
right
with,
now, yeah.
Lukaku
I would
any
take straight
day.
stop. Any.
I feel like
any
Cavani
day.
is way more agile for strikers his size. I feel like Cavani actually has a first touch.
Lukaku's really agile,
And-
really fast. He has a terrible first touch, though. I'll give
Yeah,
you
that's
that.
terrible first touch. And Cavani can actually finish in big games. So, for me, they're not even close. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I mean, it's all down to opinion. You let us know down in the comments below,
Yeah.
like, you know, Prime Cavani versus Prime Lukaku. But I'm pretty sure the majority of people, I don't want to embarrass him a lot, but I'm pretty sure the majority of the people would take now Lukaku over now Cavani. Majority, I would say,
Okay.
say 90%.
That's fair.
Would take Lukaku right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure 90% of people would take Zlatan right now over now Cavani. That's how sure I am. People, Cavani.
That's
I
not
wouldn't think-
insane,
to
admittedly.
be honest, I would.
Zlatan has
Yeah,
admittedly been insane.
Zlatan is Zlatan. You know that. You never ever hear someone saying Cavani is Cavani. You never hear a kid be like, I want to be like Cavani when I grow up. Who says that? Who was like, I want to be like Cavani? You hear people like, I want to be like Zlatan. I see kids walking with Ibrahimovic shirts. Never see Cavani shirts. Who is Cavani?
Oh, okay, we'll see.
I've never liked Cavani, guys. You can prove me wrong.
So
Like I said,
everyone who's watching
he's
at
way
home,
better than
everyone-
Igalo. He's way better than Igalo. But he's the third choice striker. Martial and
Oh.
strikers. He is.
Everybody's
They are the
watching at
strikers.
home. As soon as Cavani starts scoring, Sheena's going to be singing his praises. Watch.
I want to. When Lukaku scored, I never sang his praises. I don't like the guy. It's like I don't like. Yeah, I said you would get a goal, but what else you gonna do for my team? Nothing, fam. You do nothing. You add nothing to this team.
Again, I
You
want to
literally
see
just-
Cavani. I want to
Yeah,
see
no,
him
I
try.
also don't
I
want
want him to prove us wrong.
Cavani.
I want him to
Yeah.
show that he's the best
Yeah,
striker
prove
in the
me wrong.
world.
You go get the Premier League
Dude,
golden
it's-
boot if you
But
can.
until he
You
does,
go
you're gonna
show him.
get this.
Yeah, hits.
But I feel like
But then I'll sing your praises.
Exactly.
the fact that he got the number 7, I doubt he's the third choice striker, to be honest. Eh? I think
don't
he
bring
might-
that up. Don't bring that one.
More disgusting. See, that I even completely forgot about that. Now it's like, I can't even be asked at him anymore because he is the number 7. He is not the number 7. It's a fake number 7. This whole team is full of frauds. And again, it always ends up with the people above. Always the Glazers. It's always the Woodward. The people who make the decisions from Oli and above. Those people are just ridiculous clowns at its best. You ever find joke of businessman, joke of anything, it's those people there. In terms of the footballing, aspect of business. I talk about that. Obviously, finding a chappy sponsor for your shirt, they're very good at. But other than that, they're pretty useless, to be honest, in terms of United. But yeah, it's a very interesting game. Let's see what happens with Cavani. Like I said, I do expect him to get quite a lot of goals. But in my head, he's a third choice striker. He's in paper, he's our second choice because Greenwood isn't really our striker. But Greenwood's better than you. You're better than Igalo. I'll 100% tell you that. But you're not better than Marshall, and you're not better than Mason Greenwood. So yeah, that's just my opinion. I definitely agree with that. In my point, it's like, what was the point of letting Lukaku go if you're going to bring someone as useless as Cavani. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I don't think Lukaku wanted to stay.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Lukaku also didn't want to stay, but it's the same thing. Like you might as well should have kept Lukaku. We're gonna go back to this. But Haaland was there. We only wanted Haaland. No one can say anything about that. I don't care what anyone says. All you wanted Haaland. The board, the Glazers, they didn't give him Haaland. And look at what a player Haaland is. You wanted a target. You wanted a striker. There is a striker. There is one of the best strikers in the world at the moment, and he's set at Dortmund. But our other player, Dortmund have two of our front three that we're supposed to have. They have Haaland. They have Seth. We supposed to have them both. And Bellingham. And Bellingham. They have a hat trick on us. Those are supposed to be our three players, and they have them all. It's ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. But gentlemen, score predictions for Chelsea versus Manchester United. Now I won't lie, I'm not feeling confident, but so I'll go last.
Look, I like the shape Shini's playing. I don't think Ole will do it, but I like that shape, and I think if we play that, I think we're gonna win. I think we're gonna run over them. Not maybe with the score line, but I think we'll win 2-0. But because I picked the back five, I don't think we're gonna do that. And I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw.
Oh, okay. A bit of a letdown. I think this game could be the biggest game of the weekend, potentially of the month. I think this could be a really, really good game for a neutral. I think this could be one of the games, like, on the calendar, you pin this as one of the games of the season, like, this is what it's built up to be. Chelsea versus United is always a cracker of a game. Opening day of the season last season, we won 3-0, 4-0? What was it again?
4-0. 4-1.
Yeah.
It was 4-1.
4-1 or 4-0. It was definitely 4 to us.
Yeah.
Then.
Yeah, pretty sure it was a 4-0.
We smacked them.
Exactly.
Them.
That's the thing. It's always a spectacle to just watch. And United the scoreline is always so hard to predict right now. I think it depends on a lot of factors as well, who's starting on either side. If we see Kepa starting, oh my god.
5-0 United.
We're going to score 5 goals. It's fine.
Then Cavani will get 5. Then it's trust me. You want Cavani to get the madness. If Kepa's playing, you'll get the madness.
Definitely, he'll bully Kepa.
If Oles sees Kepa, we change the squad last minute.
Yeah, Peter Cech, come in. Come. Can't. But I think an honest score prediction, I think it's going to be something close. I think the game's going to be really end-to-end. I think it's going to be one of the games of the season for sure, in all honesty. And let's see if it can perform. I'm really backing the boys in this prediction. I'm going to say a 3-1.
Jeez, my life. Didn't expect that.
No. In my mind, I think Ole has to win this game to prove a point. To continue proving why he's the man for the job. I think, for me, honestly, a draw on paper it's a good result. I just don't think it's good enough. I don't rate it good enough. You need to win this game, Ole. You have to beat Chelsea. You have to win this whole deathly run. If there was any chance of hope, it's like you had to pull something on your ass. And pulling something on your ass was winning all these games. I do think on another day when the fan base isn't so, edgy, twitchy, and people aren't on your backside calling for your throat, that the draw, you could get away with the draw, yeah. But for me, you have to win this game. But I said all this. I don't think we are going to win this game. I think it will be very close. But I do think it'll be quite a thrilling game. I think Werner will get a brace. I really do. I think he'll bag 2 goals. But I do think Rashford and Bruno will get a goal, as always. The penalty is certain for Manchester United. So I think Bruno will get a penalty goal. I think Rashford will get a goal. And I think it'll end 2-2. That's what I think it'll be. But I think you need to win this game. I really do think you need to win. Because I'd be very disappointed in a draw, obviously. I would be disappointed. Because like I said, there's 2 games. I don't care how we're playing. You win in the season. You beat Chelsea. You beat Liverpool. And obviously, I would love us to beat Leeds. But, Liverpool and Chelsea, those are the 2 big ones. Yeah, I don't care. City.
For me, I'd say Liverpool and Man City for me.
Yeah, I wouldn't say City because they plastic.
I think Leeds is a massive derby for United as well. That's the thing. It's a massive rivalry.
I think it's just lost its touch, to be honest. And also, I think obviously because we live in foreign countries and stuff, it's just not the same. We never really grew up watching Leeds and United. They were never there, obviously. So, but this season, obviously, looking on paper, Bielsa, one of my favorite managers in the world. The way Leeds play is just ridiculous. I don't think we will beat Leeds, no matter how good we play. That's just how I feel. I just feel like, that's how it is with Leeds. If you just go do your research on United versus Leeds history, they always beat us. 1919, they beat us.
Nah, man.
So we'll talk about it when we play.
Didn't have Ole back then. Or is it the
We
way?
had Ferguson back then.
Yeah,
We had Sir Alex Ferguson.
Or is it the way?
I don't care what Oli does. He will never, ever be Sir Alex Ferguson. Ever in his life. No one will be Sir Ferguson. And if he can't do it, and Bielsa's a very good man. He's probably arguably one of the best footballing geniuses out there. If Bielsa had our team, who knows what could happen? Who knows what could happen? And that's what I'm saying. When I say things like that, this is what I'm saying. Oli needs to win this freaking game. He needs to win this game. I won't let it drop. I'll probably be happy with the draw, inside, but on the outside, I know you have to win this game. Like my head is telling me, for your ass to be safe, you got to win this game. So let's see what you do. I said 2-2. I'm hoping they win the game, though. I think if we do win the game, it will be like 2-1. I do agree. Moloto, you said 2-1, huh?
No, I said 1-1.
Oh, 1-1. Sorry,
1-1. Yeah. I said
so
if you play your formation, we win 2-0. But if you play the 5 at the back, 1-1.
Yep.
So 1-1.
Keaton obviously said 3-1 to us. But I will end it on this. I will say this. I'll end it on this. If Maguire and Lindelof are the centre-back pairing and Maguire is the captain, I think we're losing the game. And then I'm blaming Oli again. I am blaming Oli again. Because
then we're losing then.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's not the centre-back pairing you should go for. I think we will lose that game if you play Maguire and Lindelof. So let's see what happens. Oli, let's see what you put the team out, because your teams recently have been very, very interesting and they've been working. So please don't disappoint us. We know you love a good run in football. So keep it up. Please go smash Chelsea so I can banter everyone. Please, I've got a lot of Chelsea fans with big mouths. So yeah, I would love you to shut them up. And there are lots of Chelsea fans who probably watch the show as well. So we'll see what they say. Chelsea fans, let us know in the comments below what you think this score prediction is. Knowing you guys, you'll probably say 5-0 to Chelsea, which I will pretty fast, but we'll have to see what happens. That's not the reaction, but we'll have to just see what happens. Is there anything else you guys want to say before I end it off?
I think Rashford is going to be crucial, and I think if we're getting something, it's going to be from him.
Yeah, I think so as well.
Maybe Bruno, I guess. Okay, Bruno is a.
I'll start with Bruno. We need to. Exactly what I was about to say. We need to watch for Bruno. I think he's going to be the biggest threat going forward as well. And we just need to see what happens right now. We need to play it game by game at this point. It's really tough right now for United.
Yeah. Well, there we go. People, viewers, that's been your match preview for Chelsea. If you are new, please do smash the like button and do subscribe if you haven't already. Make sure to turn the notification bells on. Comment down below your predictions, your predicted lineup, and just your general thoughts heading towards the game, your confidence levels, and tell us how much Man United versus Chelsea means to you. Obviously to us here in South Africa it means a lot, because there are a lot of Chelsea fans actually in South Africa, lots of United fans. It's very 50. It's a very big game in terms of South African, fan base. Obviously, if you are a foreign viewer, let us know what, the type of fixture it is for you. And yeah, from me, Moloto and Jason,
and how much better Cavani is than Lukaku? Please.
Yeah. Also, let us know.
Lukaku was a Chelsea player, so outside here.
Yeah, the Chelsea fans, Lukaku, but yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah, let us know like that. Please do let us know. I would love you guys to show Moloto how much people don't rate him. So yeah. But yeah, from me, Moloto and Clayton, we shall check you on. Well, maybe Clayton and I will see you tomorrow because of Friday show. But we will check you on Saturday evening, I think. But yeah, check you guys.